out there. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome and thank you for joining us. My name is Elizabeth and I am with Live, Craft, and Love. Today is day 4. I was trying to think about that one. Yeah, today is day 4 of our 13 Days of Halloween crafting series that I am doing with my friends Rosa Kelly from Rosa Kelly Scrapbooking and with Robin Pitts from Sir Chauncy Rocco Creative Designs. We decided to do this collab together and bring you 13 days filled with Halloween inspired projects. We're just hoping to inspire y'all to get crafting and get in the holiday spirit. Later on it's going to be, you know, Thanksgiving and then Christmas and so forth. So Halloween is the kickoff. Hopefully so far you all have enjoyed the series so far and are the first 3 projects that we did do. So today what I'm bringing you is another treat box, kind of like what I did yesterday. The only difference is it's using a different punch board and it's a different size and style box. So for this box I did use the G45 Alice in Wonderland, not Alice in Wonderland, Halloween in Wonderland Collection, and I created this beautiful 4 by 4 by 2 inch treat box. So this one is quite big compared to the little tiny one that I showed you all yesterday. And again, I used the Graphic 45 paper collection of Halloween in Wonderland, and this purple one actually is a Recollections sheet of paper that I use. It's the same kind that I used, same paper pad that I used for this one, except this one's just a solid black, you know, dark purplish color, so it fit the collection perfectly. So yeah, this is the beautiful project that I created. Now it does open from the top. It has a little notch that you pull apart. This is actually just connected to a flap. So in order for you to get the treats, you simply, let me make sure I have them framed, you simply get these notches, pull them apart carefully, and there you go. You can open it just like that. And then to close it up, you simply connect them back together like so. So yeah, I added this beautiful tulle ribbon that I got at the Dollar Tree that it has glitter spider webs on it. I thought that was a perfect match. And I did, like I said, I matted the 4 sides with that purple blackish cardstock that I did distress. These 4 images that you see here, there's playing cards. That is from the collection from Halloween in Wonderland. And these flowers that are here, this is like the front because the bow's right here. In front here with Alice, I have a Paper Studio flower, which I'm thinking I might just add a black little bling piece right in the middle. I think that would be the perfect touch. So hopefully maybe at the end of the video I'll do that. I also added some bling from Paper Studio that I got along with the little bow, and these poppies by papery little flowers here. And I did the same thing to each of the other sides. The only one that has this Paper Studio glittered rose is the front of the box, which is with Alice, of course. Now, my daughter and I, my older daughter, my 12-year-old, and I love Alice in Wonderland, all the versions. The Disney cartoon version, the one with Johnny Depp, especially with Johnny Depp, by the way. So, yeah, I got 2 of these paper pads because I knew I was going to use one of them for this Halloween 13 craft series, and the other one I am planning on making a mini album for my daughter and all her little pictures from school. So yeah, here you have the Queen of Hearts. Again, same thing, paper flowers, the gemstone, the rhinestone with the little black bow. Next side you have the oh my gosh, I just went blank. Oh my god, the Jabberwocky. There you go. I went blank there for a second. Jabberwocky with the 3 flowers, gem and the bow. And the backside has, nonetheless, the Mad Hatter, which is by far my favorite character of any of the versions that we see, especially with Johnny Depp, by the way. So then, can you tell I like Johnny Depp? Anyway, I have 3 of the flowers here, gemstone and the flower, the bow. And in the front, of course, I told you I did tie and adhere this with hot glue on the bow. So there you have it. It sits right perfectly. It's perfect for a good amount of treats, by the way. So this would be a perfect gift to give like your boss, your coworkers, a teacher, maybe a teacher Halloween gift, hint, hint, something like that. So it's kind of cool. Now I will show you how I created the box. I'm not going to mat it and do all that fun stuff on camera since I already did one, but I am going to show you the base construction of the box, and then after that you can take it on your own and mat it and decorate it however you wish. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need is, of course, your paper trimmer, and mine is filled with all of my junk, of course. Let me go ahead and put all of this away. I have been on non-stop crafting mode, y'all. 13 days of Halloween plus a DT projects and some other things going on. I am having a blast. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need, of course, is your cardstock. I did use 110-pound cardstock from Recollections to create the box. The second thing that you're going to need is this paper punch, this box paper from Stampin Up. I got this as a part of the Happy Mail that my dear friend Kim sent me. So thank you, Kim, so much for this lovely gift. I cannot be more excited to have used it and use it and use it and use it over and over and over again. So thank you so much. This is when I decided that I was going to make one of those boxes for specifically this YouTube hop. So thank you, Kim, for sending this to me. Thank you, thank you. Now here, if you notice, it tells you the dimensions of what type of box you want to make and the size of paper that you're going to need. Now for this one, I did a 4x4 by 2.5. Those are the dimensions of the box. So according to this, I need a paper that is 10 by 10. Now I did lie to you, I'm sorry. I told you I was going to need an 8.5 by 11, which is wrong. I'm going to go ahead and grab a 12 by 12 piece, so that way I can trim it down to 10 by 10, and then we will start our scoring. Give me 1 second. Okay, so here's my 12 by 12 piece of black cardstock. I am going to go ahead and trim this at 10 inches. And then turn it and trim it again at 10 inches. So now that's all I needed my paper cutter for, my paper trimmer. I can go ahead and put this away. And I do apologize about my ugly background. It's getting old. I think I need to buy a new poster to cover this up, because as you can see, it's kind of worn off and it looks kind of dirty and rugged. It just shows how much I actually been using it. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Now with this thing, it just tells you that you need to align your paper at the size that your box is going to be. So on your paper punch board, you see here that it says 10 by 10, and then the start line has to be at extra large and the diagonal line is at medium. So here you're going to get your paper. Here's my extra large line, so that means I'm going to line that up there. And once I have lined up, because it does say start line, I hope I am in frame, and yes I am. It does say start line, so that's where I'm going to have it. That is where I'm going to punch, and I'm going to score down vertically. Oops. First of all, Elizabeth, don't forget, since it is 10 by 10, you're going to have to pull this baby out. So, okay, I set it extra large. I score vertically, score horizontally, and then my diagonal, I'm going to go to medium and go all the way to where the score line meets. And I did make sure I punch it. So then now I'm going to turn it. Same thing here. Line it up with extra large, punch, score vertically, score horizontally, go to medium, score down to the horizontal line. Again, we're going to do this 4 times. Go to the extra large, punch, score vertically, score horizontally, and score diagonally at medium. One more time, line it up at extra large, punch, score vertically, and score horizontally and diagonally at medium. So there. this is what you have, but notice that there's only 4 notches. We need a total of 8. So what you're going to do is you're going to flip your paper over. You no longer need your scoring tool to score right now, and all you're simply going to do is line up your paper again at extra large. Make sure that your score line is lined up to the scoring section, and that these little notches, I don't know if you can see, let me bring it closer, that these little notches right here on the punch board are aligned to your score marks. So you go ahead and do that. Line up to extra large. And then all you're simply going to do now is punch. Turn it over, line it up, and punch. Turn it over, line it up, punch. One more time, turn it over, line it up, and whoops, punch. Okay, so we're done with our punch board. We can put that away. You do need, however, your scoring tool or your bone folder, and you're simply going to fold down on all the creases. Make sure they're nice and varnished, so that way it's easy to create the form of the box. As always, you need to make sure that everything's creased really, really well, especially if you want it to stand up into a nice form of a box. So all I'm doing is I'm folding on every single score mark that I made. Every last one. Create these flaps. Okay, now this right here, I'm going to fold in and fold it. Push in right here, just like so. Come on. And crease. Push it in, pinch, fold in and crease. And last one, pinch it in, fold it in, and crease. There you go. So this is the shape of your box, just like so. Now I lied one more time. Now there's 2 things that you can do. You can do the way I did my box, or you can choose to simply just attach these 2 and have these 2 folded out. I personally like it closed because that means I can embellish the top of my box too. So you're going to grab your little punch board again, and where you see the corners, just like in the envelope punch board, it would like round the corner. Here, it's going to actually punch a little notch. So you line up the corner here, and you punch, and you see how it created this little notch thing there, so that way you can overlap with the opposite side, and it makes the closure. So go ahead and do that to all 4 of your corners. It not only rounds your corner, it gives it that little notch. So it does, it's like a 2-in-1. Okay, there we go. Now we can put this away. Okay, so now that we're done with that, we have to adhere these little triangles to the box inside. And the same side that you attach your adhesive to on the inside, do the same thing for the outside. So for example, I'm going to use score tape on here. I used regular art glitter glue for this one, but it might take a little while to dry and stuff, and I want to be able to get this tutorial done for you. So I'm just going to use score tape just like so, tiny pieces. Hopefully this works. So I added score tape on this side of the triangle, so that means the same side of the triangle on the opposite side, I'm going to add some more score tape, and you're going to see why in just a bit. Now, if you have like your ATG gun or those little handheld little adhesives, I used to have, oh, these are right here. Maybe I'll just use this for the next 3 sides to make it go by faster. This is an Arctic Crafters tape that I picked up at Hobby Lobby not too long ago. So, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to remove the tape backing off of here, and we're going to adhere this part of the corner in, and then take the tape backing off here and attach the other end of the triangle back this way. just like so. See that? Now what I am going to suggest you do, because I should have done it, I did it with this one, is if you're going to mat the 4 sides, make sure you cut your mats and adhere them before you start gluing the corners. Okay, and I didn't do it now because, well, I'm not going to be matting it on camera, but if you are going to mat just like the way I did here with a design paper, make sure you mat, and I'll give you the measurements for the mat. It's going to be a 3 3/4 by 2 1/4 mat for every rectangle. So you're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. I seriously doubt you might want to mat the bottom, but in case you do, it is 3/4 by 3/4. So yeah, mat that first and then start doing this step right here. But just for the purpose of the video, I'm going to go ahead and continue on. So that has adhesive, and that side is going to have adhesive. So bring this down like so, and then set this on top and varnish really well. And then now the same thing here. I want to attach it to the box, so I'm going to put my tape runner there, and the same thing to this triangle. Put the tape runner there, adhere the triangle, stick it down, adhere the triangle, stick it down. Now I'm going to attach more tape to the same triangle right there, and same thing here, just like so, and then bend this down over it, and the same thing on this edge. I know this box is kind of covering it, guys, but I hope you get the idea. So there you go. There is the box. It's 4 by 4 by 2 1/2. So look at the inside of the box, guys. It's a lot of room to put, you know, things, goodies, and whatnot in there. If you don't want to put candy and you want to give this to a fellow crafter, you know, a lot of the little embellishments and stuff can go in here. Then all you simply do to close it is you get opposite ends, grab them from the tips, and you're going to slide the notches within each other. So that's the first layer. And the second layer, you're going to do the same. Grab it from the edges carefully, because especially if you're not using heavyweight cardstock, this can rip. And put in those notches just like so, and voila. There you have it. There's your little box. And again, the dimensions are 4 by 4 by 2 1/2. And then after this, you just simply embellish with whatever, you know, embellishments, flowers, laces, whatever you want to do it, make it your own. But that's pretty much it for the tutorial, guys. I'm not going to go into detail with matting it because everybody has their own design, their type, and what they would like to do with the box. You can not even put the glue, the bow on top. You can get a ribbon, tie it around, and put the bow laying flat on the box. You know, it's up to you. Make it your own. But yeah, this is what I decided to do with mine. Hopefully you all did enjoy this tutorial and this little project share. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment down below, so that way you can be entered into my giveaway. And in order to do so, you have to make sure you go visit Rosa Kelly and also Sir Chauncy Rocco Creative Designs and be a subscriber to their channels, like their videos, and comment on them as well. That way we can make sure that you are following us throughout these 13 days. You know, it does take a lot of work for us to create these projects, and 1 project a day, even though they're tiny projects for the most part, it does take up a lot of time, guys. So it's something that we would appreciate, and we want our giveaways to go to those of you who, you know, consistently follow us. And if you're new to the channel, we're hoping that this inspires you to continue following us and inspires you to create, you know, your own creations. And trust me, y'all, we would love to see you guys, you know, make whatever it is that you make. You know, email us, tag us on Instagram, whatnot. All of my information is down below in the description box. I love to see everyone's work. It inspires me, seeing everybody's creativity, because everyone is different. Regardless if this is the same construction as something else, you can turn it into something completely different. And I'm hoping that I can see that from you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I went on a little rant there because I love seeing everybody's work of art. Thank you so much for watching again for the third time. And don't forget to be subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell so that way you are, you know, informed of any videos that we may upload. I love each and every one of you so much. And as always, live passionately, craft often, and love endlessly. We'll see you guys next time. Bye now. Big hugs.